Hello guys, my name is Pradeep Goyal and we will be doing our first session on Argo Safety, and this is session number 5, case form navigation. Okay, let me take you the screen. So when you hit the URL, this is the first screen that you're going to see. So let me log into the application. So in case if you enter the password, incorrect password for 3 consecutive times, the system disables the logins button and display a warning message. Okay, I will just log in. So when you log into the application, this is the first screen that you see. So I'll just walk you through the menu items that we have. We have active cases. Okay, in this active cases, you will be able to, it will show the last 10 cases that you have accessed, okay, which are opened. Then we have work list. This should be considered as a user's to-do list and includes the following. It includes new, open, action item, contact, reports, bulk transmit, bulk print, bulk E2B transmit, local labeling, letters, intake. We are going to cover all these things in detail in our sessions. Okay. Then we have case action. The user should use this menu to access any case-related activities. Okay. So we have case action open, new case from image. Okay. Then we have reports menu. Under reports, we have compliance. Under compliance, we have expedited, periodic, background, report status, and submitted. Then we have aggregate reports. Aggregate reports, under that we have case data analysis report, SIAMS 2-line listing, case listing, and system report library. Then we have periodic reports. We have under periodic reports we have CTPR, also known as ASR, and then we have ICH PSUR, which is called paper report. Then we have IND, and then MDA, which is a data report. Other than that, we have bulk reporting. This is a screen where we transmit our reports to the agency or the partners. Then we have E2B pending screen, from where we import the E2B reports which are sent by the agency or the partners. Then the process E2B, the one which we have imported, we can track those E2B files from here. Then we have local affiliate. Local affiliate we are going to cover in a later section, so I'm not going to touch this right now. Then we have utilities menu. Under utilities menu we have change password. So the password that which I have entered, you can change it from this change password. Then we have Meta browser. Meta browser is a browser where all the events are stored. It's a dictionary. We will cover that later on. Then we have user logon list, logs. Under logs we have view audit log, LAM audit log, view error log. Under E2B we have E2B transmit status, E2B receive status, case delete, undelete. So in case if you have deleted a case and you want to undelete it, so this is the section where you have to come to undelete the case. Then we have batch reports, end of study, clear cache, advanced condition library. Then we have dashboards. Under dashboards, we have open case summary, open action item, quick signal reports, increase frequency wizard, expedited report status, workflow status, report due soon, and personal Argus status. Okay, this dashboard menu is used to run system reports, which helps the user to manage case processing and compliance. It also provides some initial signaling tools such as the quick signal report and the increased frequency report. Okay, the first thing that we are going to start is we are going to create a new case. Okay, so how do we create a new case? We go to case section and then we go to new. Okay, so this is the first screen that you see when you do a booking screen. This is also called a booking page. Okay, here we have initial receive date. So I can write 01/01/2015. 1st January. This is the initial receive date, 01/01/2015. This is the central receive date. Okay. Then we have country. I can just type US and then tab out. Once I tab out, it automatically gets converted into United States. Then we have report type. I am entering spontaneous as a report type. Okay. Then I'm selecting a product. You can click on the select button, and this is a product browser. So I'm just arbitrarily selecting one of the product from the product browser. So it displays the product name, family, ingredient. So this is how all the information is shown on the screen. I click on the select. So this is how the product is selected. The generic name appears. Then we have description as reported. Let me enter a description. I type in cancer and I just tab out. If I tab out, you just keep an eye on this one. It gets converted into tick. That means this particular cancer term is present in the Meta browser. So it is pulling the information from the Meta browser. Meta dictionary, sorry. Meta dictionary is a dictionary which is given by NSSO, which contains all the latest events, which is globally recognized, this particular dictionary. Okay. Then let us enter a reporter. This is a reporter section where we enter the reporter name. I will enter my name. Institution, department is consulting. Country is US and I tab out. State is New York. Postal code, I'm entering some dummy data. Okay. And I'm entering the patient last name. So first name, last name. Let me enter something over here. Then date of birth 01/01/1960. Okay. And over here it says onset date. So when did the event happen? So let me just type in the initial date. Let me type in the initial aware date as my onset date. This was the date on which the event had an onset date, 2015. Okay. Now, sorry, 2015. Now, if I tab out, you see the age got auto-calculated. Okay. Now, this particular date of birth and the onset date, there's a difference. The difference is 55 years. So it got auto-calculated. So there are many fields in Argus 50 which gets auto-populated. Okay, we are going to discuss more in detail. Okay, then gender. I will just type. This is a type ahead field. So I just type M and then I select. I select the male from here. Okay. Now in the screen, you see there's something called a flag, the red flag. The red flag are those flags which are the mandatory items which I need to enter to book in a case. Okay? Okay. Now, apart from that, here we have literature reference where we can enter the literature data. Okay. Now, over here you will find three buttons. The first button is a search button. Now, this search is used to find out if we already have a case present in our database with the same record. Now, nobody wants to do a duplicate data entry. Now, let's suppose the patient has called in to the call center and he is giving the information. So, and let's suppose the patient's father or patient's doctor is also giving the same information. So we do not want to have a duplicate data. So this is the search button. It is going to search the database Hmm. And will pull the result. If we have any duplicate data with this, it will show us this, yes, the case is present. Otherwise, it will say no case found. So this is the very first step which the data entry people do when they are booking the case. Okay. So no case was found in the database. So we can click on continue. Okay. Once you click on continue, you see there is another section where it says seriousness criteria. This also has a red flag. So under the seriousness criteria, this is a mandatory item again. Okay. So you have to check any of these checkboxes over here. So if it's a serious, then you have to check any of these 8 boxes, which is death, hospitalized, congenital anomaly, life-threatening, disability, intervention required, medically significant. So you have to check any of these 8 boxes, or you can check cases non-serious or unable to determine. Okay, and then we have reported causality. Okay, is it not related? Is it related? So these are again configurable items from the code list. We will cover that later on. Okay, let us select related. Okay. Now, one thing to observe over here is that if I check this, you see this booking screen will appear. The booking button will appear. If I don't check it, it will disappear. So the booking button will appear only when I complete all the data which is required under the red flags. So red flags are the mandatory item. If I don't fill in the data, the booking button will not appear. Okay. I click on booking. Okay, I get a message that new case, the case number has been successfully created. Do you wish to open the case? Yes, I click on yes. I do wish to open the case. Okay, so this is how my case looks like. So I have, I'm in General tab. Then we have Patient tab, Products tab, Events tab, Analysis tab, Activities tab, Additional Information, and Regulatory Reports tab. Okay, so let's continue with the General tab. Under General tab, we have Report type. So what is the kind of report type? It's a spontaneous case or a study case or a clinical trials case. So for timing, we have created a spontaneous case. Okay, then this is a section where we enter the follow-up records information. Okay, then over here under the reporter section, we enter the reporter's data. Okay, first name, middle name, last name, healthcare professional. I'll say yes. Okay, email address, reporter type. If I double click on it, it will show me the value. This again values are coming from the code list. Okay, let me just select one of them. Okay, now in the section you will see that there is a checkbox which is protect confidentiality. If this is checked, then the reporter's information will be suppressed and will not be shown in the report. Okay. Now, it could be possible that I have multiple reporters. So I have a new button over here. I can enter second reporter over here. Okay. So now you see my case has 2 reporters, but one of them is primary reporter. In case there can be only one primary reporter, either I have to, you see there's a P over here. The P denotes the primary reporter. Now, in case of this particular reporter number 2, if I check this one and I save it, so I don't need to save it also. If I check it, you see, this one becomes P. It says the primary reporter. Now if I save it, okay, now this is the primary reporter. Okay, let's go back to the first one and I will make this one as a primary reporter. Okay, correspondence contact. Now, what is this checkbox? This checkbox, if I check this box, now during the data entry, if some informations are missing and I need to contact somebody, whom should I contact? If suppose I have 10 reporters, so I should check this checkbox. Okay, then I will be able to understand, okay, this is the person I need to contact for any further information I need. Okay, so I will check the box. Okay, then report sent to regulatory authority by reporter. Yes, no, or unknown. Now, this information can be given by the reporter itself, whether he has sent such information to the regulatory authority. So we can select yes, no, or unknown. Okay. Then over here we have literature information. Okay. Let's go to the patient tab. Okay. In the patient tab, we have patient details. So this is the patient information. And then we have another parent tab. There are two tabs, patient tab and the parent tab. In the patient tab, we are going to enter the patient information, like patient information, patient details, that event, that details, other relevant history, lab data, relevant test. These are the information. Okay. Then country US. I will just tab out. Again, over here we have this protect confidentiality checkbox. So if I check it, the information will be suppressed and will not be shown in the report. Okay. Ethnicity, Asian, occupation, weight. Weight is 65K. If I just type K and then tab out, it will be shown kilograms. And if I select pounds, it will turn into automatically get converted. Okay. And we see same thing with height, 177 centimeter, and I tab out, automatically gets converted. And if I select inches, it becomes 69 inches. Okay. So, or else I can type 70 inches and then tab out. Okay. Then we have gender male. Let me change it to female. Okay. Pregnancy, I will select yes. Okay. The moment I select yes, I get a new tab, new section where I can enter the pregnancy information. Okay. So, LMT. So let me enter 0101 092014. Date of LMP is 1st of September 2014, and I tab out. The moment I tab out, you see the due date gets auto-populated. Okay. The week at onset gets auto-populated with 17 weeks. Okay. This is 1st September minus the initial receive date. The initial receive date is 1st of January 2015. It comes to around 17 weeks. Okay, then number of fetus. Prospective prospective is before the child is born. Retrospective is after the child is born. Okay. Then delivery date, delivery type, then birth type, fetal outcome, weight, upgrade score 1, score 2, score 3, any notes that you want to enter, then trimester of exposure. Okay. Then we can enter other relevant history. Okay. Date 01/01/01/11/2014. Okay. Then 01/12/2014. Okay. Condition, I will select allergy over here, and I will select rash, and I will click on the encode. Once I click on encode, it will open the Medra browser and will try to encode the event. You see there's a checkbox over here, it got checked. So I can enter the roads over here. Okay. I will add another one. 01/09/2014. 01/12/2014, or I can select this box ongoing. If I select this box, that means it's still present over here, and I can select the current condition over here. I'll select fever, and then I will click on encode. So this way you can enter the current conditions, verbatim indication, reactions. Okay. Then we have, let's come to the lab data section. In the lab data section, when the patient is sick or ill, he or she has to undergo many tests. So all those test information can be recorded in Argo Safety. So how do we do that? We click on this add test over here. Okay. Then over here, let's suppose blood count. I type blood count and then I click on tab. Okay. It will open the Medra browser. Okay. It's got encoded. Then the unit. What is the unit? I will double click on it. So it will show me the list. So let me just select ML over here. Okay. And then it will ask me the normal low and normal high. So the normal low I will select 50 and the normal high is 500. So, so this is the test information I have added. Okay. Now what is the result? Now I want to add when the test was taken. So I will click on add date. The test was taken on 1st of January 2015. Okay. Now you see over here, now how shall I add the information? You can double click on it, or you can click on right click and you will get the add button over here. I will show you that. Okay, what was the result? The result is 450. Okay, over here it's asking for the assessment. See, result, assessment, and notes. So if I double click on it, it will show me, okay, abnormal, depressed, elevated, or normal. I will select normal. Done. Okay, I will add another one. I'll simply type blood and I will click on the tab button. It will show me the meta browser and I will try to match it. So I have got all the LLT which has the blood in it, blood word in it. So let me select any one of them. Let me select blood tester. I click on select. Okay, and again the units. So let me select mg over here. Normal is 2 and normal high is 20. See, I will do a right click over here. When you right click over here, you will see there is an add button over here. You see it? Okay. Now, let's suppose I will click on add button. Now, the date was not same. So, when the test was done? The test was done on 20th December 2015. Okay. So I'll click on add over here, and I can add my result over here. So if my result is 25, it's elevated. You see, this is how the laboratory data records are stored and saved in Argus safety. Okay, so you can enter as many records as you want. And then in the below section we have got relevant test. Okay. Test information is entered here. Okay, now let us see what do we have over here. Okay, now Argus Safety provides the facility that we can capture the information in 4 different languages. We can capture the information in French, German, Italian, and then Spanish. So, if you want to enter something in French, test information, okay, the one on the top upper section is the one in the English. The lower one with a flag, you can see there's a French flag over here. Then German information enter. Then Italian. And lastly we have got Spanish. Okay, so you can click on this OK button. Okay, so and let me just save it. Okay, once the case is saved, you see I see 5 different flags. Okay, so let me click on one of them. You see, it shows me the Italian test information. Okay, let's see what is there in the binocular. This binocular is present almost every section in our Argus safety. Now, let's suppose you have a huge amount of data that you have entered. It's not very comfortable entering in a small area like this. So we have this binocular where we can adjust the font and type the information clearly, and comfortably. And we have a spell check option. So if I make any spelling mistake, application will do a spell check for me. You see over here? So I get a suggestion and I click on change. Okay, spell check completed. And that's it, spell check that we have with Microsoft Word, same feature. I click on OK. I click on save. Now, you see I'm clicking on the save button over here. So this is the icon from where I can save my case. Else, I can go to case action and I click on save. So there are two different ways of saving the case. Okay. So I have entered the general information, the patient information. Under the parent information, I can enter the parent information. I can store the medical history, and the same, just like for patient, I can enter the parent other relevant history over here. Okay, so let us go to the product tab. Under the product tab, so under the product tab, we will see there's a product name. So the product that we selected during the booking, that same product will appear over here. Okay, so I just selected an arbitrary product from the product browser. Okay, so what else do we have in this? We have product name, generic name, company, drug code. This is the code which every company associates their product with. Obtained drug country. Obtained drug country is the country from where the product was purchased. Drug authorization country. It is a country where the drug has been authorized to be sold in the market. And we have drug code. This comes from the WHO Drug Dictionary. Okay. Then we have concentration, units, interaction, contradiction. Okay. Product indication. We enter the product indication over here. This again comes from this is again populated, self-populated, because we have configured it that way in our product screen. We will cover that later. Okay. Then quality control information can be entered in this particular section. These are all basic data entry work which is done by the data entry professionals. Okay. Then here we entered the dosage regimen. Okay. Let's suppose let me enter some data over here. So 1-12-2014. Okay. And then I will enter 12-12-2014. Okay. So automatically few information gets auto-populated, like duration of the regimen. Okay. So how many dose number of 6 dose units. I can double click on it and I can select from the list. It says ml frequency. These are the frequency information. Let me select bed. Bed means 2 dose per day. So you see most of the information gets auto-populated. So you can enter multiple dosage, just like we can enter multiple reporter, we can enter multiple dosage 1, dosage 2. Okay, then over here we have product details. These are again self-populated. Okay, this is time between the first dose and the primary event. The first dose was on 1st of December and the primary event was on 1st of January. So after 30 days, this is 32 days, okay? The time between the last days, that means on 12th of December, the last dose of the medicine was administered. So after how many days the event occurred? It was occurred after 21 days. And what duration of administration? How many days did the patient really took that medicine? It was 12 days. That is 12 December minus 1st of December, 12 days. How many dosage? 144 dosage. So if you multiply this and this, it comes to 144. Okay. And then we have action taken. Concomitant drug change, dosage decrease, dose increase, no change, non-drug therapy. Then a D-challenge result. And then D-challenge result is what happened when the product was stopped. Does that event reoccurred, reappeared, or it decreased? Okay. Then re-challenge. So after the re-challenge, again the product was given to the patient. What happened? Did the event reoccur or it again came back? Something like that, you know. Then we have 3 check boxes over here, which is abuse, overdose, and tempering. Abuse is the patient does not have a pain and he is still taking a painkiller. Overdose is self-explanatory. Tempering is self-explanatory. The person has tempered the product before taking it. Okay, so this is the product tab. Okay, in this product tab we have 3 radio buttons, which is suspected, concomitant, and treatment. Okay, so every product should have one suspect product. So that's the reason I'm getting this pop-up when I must contain a suspect product. Okay. So let me just select another product over here. I'll go to the new tab. And you see, when I go to the new tab, I get 3 drop down: drug, device, and vaccine. So in the same pharmacy screen, I can enter the drug information, device information, and the vaccine information. So when I click on the select button, from the product browser, I get the list of products. Okay, so let me just select one of the products here. Let's suppose I'm on. Now, if if the license type is vaccine, then vaccine information I will be able to enter. I believe this is a drug, Imol. So if I click on select, it will show me the drug information. This particular product is a drug license. So it is showing me the drug. So you can see we can have device, drug, and vaccine. Okay. So same fashion we can enter in the product information. Okay. So I can make this as concomitant because the first one is suspected. So when I click on C, concomitant, automatically changes to C over here. You see, there's a C for concomitant, S for suspected, and DR for drug. And let me check if I can enter any device or vaccine information. Okay, this looks like device license. Yes. Okay, you see, the moment I select the device license, It is showing me as device over here and DV over here. Let me see if I can get a vaccine as well. Okay, this one looks like a vaccine. Vac 1. Okay, yeah. So we have drug, device, and vaccine. And you see the vaccine subtab. Okay. And as for suspect, C for concomitant. Concomitant is when you visit the doctor doesn't generally provide you one medicine. They provide you multiple medicines, right? So one of them is suspect and others are concomitant. That means you have taken this medicine along with the suspected product. Then we have something called treatment. Treatment is the medicine that you take in order to cure the adverse event which has been caused by the suspected drug. Okay. Now let us go to the event tab. Okay. Under event tab, you see all the information are self-populated. Onset for blast dose, onset latency, what else? Treatment received, yes. Duration, outcome of event. What was the outcome of the event? Outcome of the event is unchanged. So, okay, lack of efficacy, infection, progression of disease, adverse drug withdrawal reaction. So these are the different information which you can capture in the case. Okay, so over here you see I have checked life-threatening, and you see it's appearing as LT. If I uncheck it, the seriousness, the F is gone and the life-threatening is gone. Let me select medically significant. If I select medically significant, S will appear over here. S signifies seriousness. In case of death, it will show me F. F stands for fatal. It is serious. Now, you should observe that outcome of event has automatically changed to fatal. Okay? So once I select death, outcome of event will become fatal by itself. I can select hospitalization. If I select hospitalization, and then it will ask me a pop-up menu, will ask me a question, the hospitalization start date, end date, duration of hospitalization, events caused hospitalization, hospitalization prolonged, hospitalization discharge summary available. Okay, these are the information I can enter. Then other than that, I have congenital anomaly, disability. Okay, so just remember this one. LT is for life-threatening and death is fatal. Okay, let me select life-threatening, and our event of outcome is unchanged for time being. Okay, then we have something called event assessment screen. This is a screen where actually the event is assessment is processed by the medical reviewer. Okay, so I will get into this section more in detail. Okay, so over here in this particular box, you can double click and you select the causality, whether it is related or unrelated. Okay, so let's select not related over here. Okay, so this is This is the place where the medical reviewer will do his assessment and will provide the result, whether it is listed, unlisted, and recalculate is again you want to reassess the event based upon the data set that you have configured. We will cover that later in the section. Then we have product event details section. And this section, this product event details section is generally hidden. So you can go to once you log into the application, this section is particularly hidden. So if you want to see this particular section, you will have to go to Argus console, system configuration, field labels, and you will have to unhide this particular section. Okay. Then let's go to the analysis tab. Under the analysis tab, we have four subtabs: analysis, MedWatch info, BFARM info, and abstract info. So this is the section where we enter the narrative. Narrative information is a well-structured data written in a paragraph by a medical expert. Okay, so this is narrative information for the patient. Okay, so either we can also generate it using this generate button, or we can type it over here manually. Okay, we'll cover this later in detail. Other than that, we have case comments. Okay, you see this flag over here. It's the same feature that I showed you earlier. Then I showed you the binocular, where you will get the full screen window to type in the information and make some modification or do your edit and view your information that you have added. And we also have a spell check functionality. Okay, so case comment, anything you wanted to enter regarding the case. Company comment, evaluation in light of similar events in the past, and abbreviated narrative. Okay, then below that we have something called case summary. Okay, now case summary is different than the event summary. Now you see, the case summary is yes, case seriousness is yes. Now how come it become yes? Because the event which I created is a serious event. I have entered the event as cancer, which is a life-threatening event. So the moment the event becomes serious, automatically the application changes the seriousness criteria of the case to yes. Okay, and I have selected the event as related, so automatically this also becomes related. Okay, now if I want to change the seriousness criteria to no, this item selected does not match the auto-calculated value. That means my event is serious, but my case is not serious. That's what it says. I click on OK, and I have to give the justification. Why this particular event is marked as non-serious. I click on OK. Okay, so this green radio button, green kind of a button, it shows when I click on it, it will show me, it will give me two options. Do I want to recalculate or go back to the previous state, or do I want to view the justification I have entered? Let me just save it once. Okay, you see when I click on this green button, I get change note. If I want to change it, I can change the note, or I can click on recalculate. When I click on recalculate, I click on save. I click on save. So it gets auto-calculated as seriousness. You know, same way for company agent causal. Is it related or not related? Listedness determination. Is it listed or unknown? If my listedness determination, as of, let us check what exactly the listedness determination is. See, you see, the listedness determination is unknown. If it is unknown, then definitely for the case also it becomes unknown. If the event listedness is listed, automatically under case summary, we will have case listedness as accordingly. Okay. Case outcome. Case outcome is the event outcome. If my event outcome which I showed you under the events tab, you see, under the events tab, okay, see it says unchanged. Let me check this box. That the moment I check that, the outcome of event is fatal. Let me save it. I'm saving the case. And I'm navigating to the regulatory reports tab. Sorry, I have to go to the analysis tab. Under the analysis tab, we will find that my case outcome has also got auto-calculated as fatal. Okay, now I can change it, but again, I click on save. In this case, it does not ask for the justification because there is no option with the justification. Okay, then company diagnosis syndrome. Okay, I enter pain and I tab out. I click on save. I ignore this message for time being. Auto update schedule report for this case. Let me just select no. This is how you enter the data under the narrative section, under the analysis tab. And same way we can enter data under the MedWatch info section. So you see these are the information that you can enter under the MedWatch info. Similarly for BFarm and AppSafe info. Let's move ahead with the activities tab. Okay, this is a section where we capture the letters that we send out. Let's suppose you have to write a letter to the reporter and get some test results. So this is a section. This is the contact log section where you can click on this new letter to write a letter to the reporter section. Or this section can also be used to, let's suppose you had a telephonic conversation and you want to record those information. You can enter it over here under the contact log. Action item. Action item is it's kind of a to-do list. Let's suppose anything which is pending and you want to take an action. So that information is captured under the action item, so that so that the case is in a smooth position. Uh, I will get into more in detail in the later part of the session. Okay. Then we have routing comments. Under the routing comments, how the case was routed. We will cover more on this in the later part of the section. So, routing comments is the whenever we route the case from one workflow state to another workflow state, we enter the comments. So those routing comment appears over here. Okay, and then at the bottom we have the case lock and close section. So case status, we can lock the case over here. Okay, so you can use, there's a lock icon over here in the quick launch toolbar. You can do the same operation from this particular lock icon instead of going to the activities tab and selecting the lock. And then we have something called close, which will archive the case. Okay. Then let's navigate to the additional info section. Okay. In the additional info section, we have two sections: notes and attachment. So during data entry, so if you want to enter, if you want to attach any files, you can attach the file from this button called Attach Files, and then you can select the classification date, and there is a checkbox include red sub. Let me show that. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so once you click on Attach File, I will have to select the file name. So let me just select one of the file names. Okay, and I click on Open. I click on OK. Also, I'm sorry about this. I'm getting some error messages. I will fix this, and I'm going to show it again on the later part of the training session. So this is a section where you can attach your any kind of PDF file, Word, Excel, text messages, text files, etc. Okay, and then here we enter the references. Okay, and the last tab we have is the regulatory reports tab. This is the most important tab in all the tabs we have seen so far. This is the tab where we are going to schedule the reports, and where we are going to schedule the reports, generate the report, and we will see how the report moves from one workflow state to another. So we will discuss this in our after the break, and it is, if you click on this plus sign, it is divided into two parts: expedited and periodic. So this is going to help us navigate. Okay, so FDA. Okay, and we are going to talk more about this button auto schedule your report in after the break session. Okay, before the break, I want to cover this part, the quick launch toolbar. So this one is a new case from image. When you click on this, what will happen is application will allow you to, this is meant for data entry. When you have a PDF file, so you will find this particular screen, the entire screen will divide into two halves, and in one part of the screen you will see the PDF file. So from PDF file you can you can just see and look and then enter the data in the case form. Okay, then we have got new case. This is exactly same as case action new case. Then we have open case. This is same as case action open. Okay. Then we have close case. This is same as case action close. Okay. So all the four are is already present. Case action open, new case, close, and save is also there. Okay. Then we have medical review and coding review. We also have medical review, and this one is medical review, and another one is coding review. Then we have something called forward case. When we want to route the case from one workflow state to another, we use this button. Or else you can go to the activities tab, and you can use this button over here, route. So both the operations are same. And then we have got return case. If you want to send the case back to the workflow state from where it has come, we can use this return, or else you can use this return over here at the bottom under the routing comment section. Then we have medical review, coding review, draft report. When we click on this draft report, we would like to see how our report will appear. So these are the list of expedited report. So if I want to see how my SIAM's report will look like, so I can click on this. And so Arca Safety application is going to generate a draft report, a PDF file. Okay, and you see a watermark will appear, okay, which will say draft. Okay, so this is how the SIAM's report will look like, and it has all the information, even has the lab data that we entered, okay, and relevant test information. So basically all the information that we have added in the case is appearing in this SIAM's report. So we can just view any kind of report that we want to view. Let me show you another one. MedWatch drug report. Okay, this is how the MedWatch drug report will appear. Okay, this is just a view. For viewing purpose, we are using this draft. Okay, then we have E2B check, E2B validation, and then generate query. I'm going to show the functionality in our next session. So meanwhile, we'll take a break.